Did you know that some small habits in the morning, the things you have been doing for many years, are actually silently harming your health every day? Not serious mistakes or obvious dangers, but very normal brave actions. You do not even pay attention to them anymore. However, these seemingly harmless things are having a big impact on the body, reducing energy, spirit, and even shortening your life over time. Many elderly people still maintain these habits not because they are careless or lazy to change, but simply because no one has ever clearly told them what is right, what needs to be adjusted. Society often advises young people to live a healthy life, but few people realize that the elderly also need the right, practical knowledge to take better care of themselves every day. In modern life, many people's mornings start in a golden state. Wake up, get up, take medicine, make coffee, eat a quick piece of cake, and then step into a long day. But have you ever wondered, am I starting my day right? What you do in the first 30 minutes after waking up can shape your entire energy, mood, and mobility throughout the day. Especially in the elderly, the body can become more sensitive to changes, from pressure, blood sugar to digestion and nerve reflexes. Today's video will help you learn about the 6 most common mistakes in the morning that many older people are inadvertently wondering about. These are not exaggerated warnings or unfounded trumpets, but real findings, clearly recorded by doctors and health researchers. From chronic fatigue and memory loss to falls and chronic disease, it all comes down to the little details in your morning routine. Watch this video until the end, because you might just find out. Just one small change in your morning routine can make a big difference to your health, alertness, and safety throughout the day, and more importantly, your chances of healthy aging. Mistake 1. Skipping water first thing in the morning. One of the most overlooked yet critical mistakes many older adults make is starting the day without drinking any water. It may sound too simple to be harmful, but this habit, or rather, the absence of it, can have serious consequences on your health, especially as you age. After a full night's sleep, your body wakes up in a naturally dehydrated state. You haven't had any fluids for 7 to 8 hours, and during that time, your body has been busy at work, repairing cells, detoxifying, and restoring balance. By the time you open your eyes in the morning, your organs, your brain, and even your muscles are craving hydration. Yet for many people, the first instinct is to reach for coffee, head to the bathroom, or check the news, completely skipping the one thing their body needs most, water. Dehydration doesn't always make itself obvious. Thirst, especially in older adults, becomes a less reliable signal with age. So even if you don't feel parched, your body could already be struggling. Your blood becomes slightly thicker, making your heart work harder to pump it. Your brain may be slower to clear toxins from the night, leading to fogginess or headaches. Your digestive system may be sluggish. And worst of all, these symptoms can be brushed off as just normal aging, when in fact, they're warning signs of a preventable issue, low hydration. Take the example of someone like Dennis, an 81-year-old who used to feel lightheaded and tired every morning. His doctor checked everything from heart health to blood sugar and found no serious problems. But when Dennis started the simple habit of drinking a full glass of water as soon as he woke up, he noticed a dramatic difference. He felt clearer, more energized, and more stable on his feet. That small change helped his body function better from the moment the day began. For seniors, dehydration carries more risks than just discomfort. It can contribute to urinary tract infections, constipation, kidney strain, confusion, and even sudden falls. And because dehydration is cumulative, skipping water regularly in the morning can lead to chronic fatigue, weaker immunity, and greater vulnerability to illness. So what's the solution? It's surprisingly easy. Keep a glass or bottle of water next to your bed. Make it a habit to drink at least 8 ounces of water before you drink coffee, eat breakfast, or take your medication. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. Start your hydration before your day officially begins. If plain water is unappealing first thing in the morning, try adding a slice of lemon, a cucumber slice, or even warming it slightly like a tea. The goal is to rehydrate your body gently and consistently, giving your organs, brain, and muscles the support they need after hours of rest. This one simple habit may seem small, but it sets the tone for everything else that follows. Think of it as a morning signal to your body. I care about you. I'm giving you what you need to function well today. And over time, that small daily act can lead to big improvements in energy, mood, digestion, and overall health. Your morning should begin with strength, not strain. Start with water and give your body the chance to thrive, one sip at a time. Mistake 2. Taking medications on an empty stomach. For many older adults, taking morning medications is a deeply ingrained habit. You wake up, grab your pill organizer, and swallow your tablets before even heading to the kitchen. It feels responsible, like you're staying on top of your health. But what many don't realize is that taking medication on an empty stomach can quietly cause more harm than good. In fact, it's one of the most common but least recognized mistakes that can lead to dizziness, fatigue, nausea, and even dangerous falls, especially in older adults. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive. The stomach lining gets thinner, digestion slows down, and medications are absorbed differently. What you could tolerate in your 40s or 50s may now overwhelm your system. Some medications, particularly those used to manage blood pressure, heart rhythm, arthritis, or pain, are known to cause side effects when taken without food. These effects may include stomach irritation, sudden drops in blood pressure, lightheadedness, and an overall feeling of weakness. Sadly, many seniors think these symptoms are just part of getting old, when they may simply be the result of taking pills without food. Take Lorraine, for example, a 77-year-old woman managing arthritis and high blood pressure. Every morning, she'd take her medications first thing, believing it was the right routine. But within an hour, she'd feel dizzy and weak. One morning, while getting dressed, she fainted and fell, narrowly avoiding a serious injury. Her doctor asked her a simple but revealing question. "Are you eating anything first?" She wasn't. That was the problem. Once Lorraine started eating even a small snack, half a banana, a piece of toast, or a boiled egg, before taking her pills, her energy improved, and the dizzy spells vanished. This is more than a minor adjustment. Falls are the #1 reason older adults end up in the emergency room, and many of those falls are linked to medication-related side effects. When taken on an empty stomach, certain pills act too quickly, lowering blood pressure or irritating the stomach lining before the body has had a chance to buffer their effects. Fortunately, the solution is simple and empowering. If your doctor has advised that a medication can be taken with food, then do so consistently. You don't need a full meal. Just a small, balanced bite of something can make a big difference. Think of it as laying down a foundation so the medication can do its job safely and effectively. And don't forget to ask your doctor or pharmacist if you're unsure. Medication instructions can be confusing, and it's okay to double-check. It's your health, and you have every right to understand how best to protect it. Your morning routine should build you up, not set you back. Starting the day with proper hydration and a bit of nourishment before medications can help you feel more steady, alert, and strong. These small actions, done daily, can prevent larger setbacks down the road. Because staying healthy isn't just about taking your pills, it's about taking them the right way. Mistake 3. Rushing out of bed too quickly. Mornings can feel urgent. The sun peeks through the blinds, the to-do list starts running through your mind, and your instincts tell you to get up and get going. But for older adults, how you rise from bed might be one of the most critical moments of the day, and rushing through it can quietly set the stage for serious consequences. Jumping out of bed too quickly is not just a bad habit, it's a dangerous one, especially as your body changes with age. As we grow older, the systems that regulate blood pressure, balance, and circulation slow down. That means when you shift from lying down to standing up too quickly, your body may not have enough time to catch up. Blood can suddenly pool away from the brain, leading to a rapid drop in blood pressure, a condition called orthostatic hypotension. The result? Dizziness, blurred vision, and even blacking out. And that's how one quick movement can lead to a devastating fall. Consider Gerald, an 80-year-old retired contractor who lived an active life and prided himself on being independent. Each morning, he'd wake up, swing his legs over the bed, and stand immediately, just like he had done for decades. But one morning, his routine betrayed him. As he stood, the room spun, and he lost his balance. Before he could steady himself, he fell and fractured his hip. Recovery took months, and his independence was never quite the same. His doctor explained that his body simply couldn't regulate blood pressure the way it once did, and that a slower rise could have prevented the fall. This isn't an isolated story. Thousands of older adults experience similar episodes every year, many of which could be avoided with one small change, giving your body time to adjust before standing. After a night of lying still, your circulation needs a few extra moments to wake up. Sitting up gradually, wiggling your toes, stretching your arms, and taking a few deep breaths can help blood circulate and your brain reorient before you even put weight on your feet. Think of it as a mini warm-up for your body. Athletes stretch before exercising. Musicians tune their instruments before a concert. And your body, especially as it ages, deserves the same care before launching into the day. Those extra 30 seconds may not seem like much, but they can be the difference between stability and a stumble. There's also a psychological benefit. Slowing down in the morning creates a sense of calm. It tells your mind that the day can be started on your terms, not in a rush, not in a panic, but with intention and care. This can set the tone for a less stressful, more balanced day. So, tomorrow morning, before you leap out of bed, pause. Sit up slowly. Stretch gently. Let your eyes adjust to the light. Breathe. Then, when you feel ready, stand up with control and purpose. This simple shift might be the most powerful thing you do all day to protect your body and preserve your independence. Because every strong day starts with a steady rise, and the smallest moments often hold the greatest power. Mistake 4. Eating a high-sugar or carb-heavy breakfast. For decades, we've been told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And while that message still holds true, what often gets overlooked is what kind of breakfast we're actually eating, especially as we get older. Many seniors start their mornings with meals that are quick, sweet, and comforting. A muffin, a bowl of sugary cereal, a piece of white toast with jam, or a glass of juice. These choices feel harmless, familiar even, but beneath that cozy routine lies a serious problem. A breakfast loaded with sugar or fast-digesting carbohydrates can set off a chain reaction that affects your entire day. Your metabolism slows down with age, and your body doesn't process sugar the way it used to. After eating a high-carb or sugary breakfast, your blood sugar spikes quickly, giving you a temporary burst of energy. But what goes up must come down. Within an hour or two, that energy crashes, leaving you feeling sluggish, foggy, or even irritable. Over time, this daily pattern can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, chronic fatigue, and even cognitive decline. Let's take Helen, a 74-year-old retired teacher, as an example. Every morning, she began her day with a blueberry muffin and a small glass of orange juice. It gave her a sense of routine and a quick jolt of energy. But by mid-morning, she'd often feel tired, distracted, and in need of a nap. Her doctor suggested a change, not to skip breakfast, but to reimagine it. Helen swapped her muffin for scrambled eggs, a few slices of avocado, and a handful of walnuts. Within days, she noticed a steady energy level throughout the morning, fewer cravings, and clearer thinking. That's because the type of fuel you give your body matters. Protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or nut butter help stabilize blood sugar and keep you fuller longer. Fiber from fruits, oats, or whole grain bread slows digestion, giving your body time to absorb nutrients without sudden spikes or drops. Healthy fats like avocado or seeds nourish the brain and support heart health. Together, these components create a breakfast that sustains you rather than sabotages you. The truth is, sugary breakfasts don't just affect your physical health, they impact your mood and mental sharpness too. Many older adults report feeling more anxious, depressed, or confused on days when they consume too much sugar early on. And over time, these habits can quietly contribute to more serious conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or memory loss. But here's the good news. This is one of the easiest mistakes to fix. You don't need to become a nutritionist or chef. Start small. Replace the sugary cereal with oatmeal topped with berries and nuts. Swap the white toast for whole grain and add a bit of almond butter. Instead of fruit juice, opt for whole fruit. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Remember, breakfast isn't just a morning ritual. It's your body's foundation for the day. It sets the tone for your energy, your focus, and your strength. And for older adults, who often face more sensitive blood sugar levels and slower metabolism, these choices matter more than ever. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, is my breakfast helping me or hurting me? Choose foods that nourish, not just fill, your body. Because how you fuel your body first thing in the morning could determine how strong you feel hours later. And ultimately, the right breakfast is more than a meal. It's an investment in your longevity, your clarity, and your quality of life. Mistake 5. Ignoring morning stretching or gentle movement. As we age, movement becomes not just a luxury, it becomes essential. Yet one of the most overlooked habits among older adults is skipping gentle movement or stretching in the morning. After a long night of sleep, your body wakes up stiff, your joints are tight, and your muscles have cooled down. If you jump straight into the day, walking, lifting, or even just bending over to tie your shoes, without giving your body a chance to loosen up, you could be setting yourself up for discomfort, strain, or injury. For seniors, especially those living with arthritis, joint stiffness, or circulation issues, the morning is a critical window. Gentle movement acts like warm-up oil for your joints. It increases blood flow, lubricates the tissues, and signals to your nervous system that the body is ready to move. Skipping this process may not seem like a big deal at first, but over time, it adds up. You may notice more pain in your knees, more tension in your lower back, or less balance when walking. Take Margaret, for example, a 76-year-old grandmother who enjoyed gardening. She always assumed her body would warm up naturally after breakfast. But as the years passed, she began feeling stiffer and more unsteady. Her physical therapist suggested she spend just 5 to 10 minutes every morning doing light stretches in bed before even standing up, ankle rolls, knee lifts, shoulder shrugs, neck rotations. After a few weeks, the difference was night and day. Her range of motion improved, her back felt looser, and her mornings started with less discomfort. Gentle stretching doesn't require fancy equipment or a yoga mat. You can do it from your bed or while seated in a chair. The key is consistency. Movements like reaching your arms overhead, bending slowly side to side, lifting your knees while sitting, or circling your ankles help increase flexibility and prevent stiffness. Deep breathing while stretching also calms your nervous system and boosts mental clarity. Ignoring movement in the morning is like starting a car in freezing weather without letting it warm up. It may still run, but the engine is under unnecessary strain. The same goes for your body. A few minutes of mobility work in the morning can help you stand taller, walk steadier, and feel more confident in your movements throughout the day. Most importantly, movement first thing in the morning signals to your brain, I'm awake, I'm here, I'm capable. For older adults, that mental and physical connection is powerful. It promotes independence, reduces fall risk, and gives you a sense of control over your health. So tomorrow morning, before reaching for your phone or heading to the kitchen, try this. Sit on the edge of your bed, roll your shoulders back, breathe deeply, and gently move your body. Your joints will thank you. Your muscles will respond. And your entire day will feel a little lighter because you took a moment to honor the body that's carried you this far. Mistake 6. Starting the day with negative news or stressful content. In today's world, it's almost a reflex. We wake up, grab our phone or turn on the TV, and immediately dive into the news. Politics, crime reports, rising prices, global disasters, the headlines scream for our attention. But here's the truth. Starting your morning with negative or stressful content can sabotage your mindset, your energy, and even your physical health, especially for older adults. Your brain is most impressionable in the first 30 minutes after waking. This is when your subconscious is still highly active and your mood for the day is being set. Exposing yourself to stress, fear, or anger during this sensitive time can raise cortisol levels, your stress hormone, increase anxiety, and lower your emotional resilience for the rest of the day. You might notice that after watching the news, you feel more irritable, tense, or mentally drained, and that feeling lingers. Let's consider Walter, age 79, who had a habit of watching the morning news with his coffee. He didn't think much of it. It was just routine. But over time, he realized that his mornings often started with worry and frustration. He'd dwell on negative stories, argue with the screen, or feel overwhelmed before even getting dressed. His daughter suggested a new routine: wait at least an hour before checking the news. Instead, he began his day with music, a short walk, or reading a devotional. Within weeks, he felt calmer, more focused, and even slept better. This shift matters. Chronic exposure to negative media can contribute to long-term stress, heart issues, and lowered immune function. For older adults, who may already be managing health conditions or living alone, morning stress can make everything feel heavier and harder. So what's the alternative? Start your day with intention. Listen to calming music, read something inspiring, write down a few things you're grateful for, or simply sit quietly and enjoy your tea. Even 5 minutes of peace can have a profound impact on your emotional health. You don't have to avoid the news completely, just delay it. Let your mind and body wake up gently before inviting in the world's problems. Think of it like setting a tone. The way you begin your day is the way you'll carry it. Protect your energy. Choose content that lifts you, not weighs you down. Because peace isn't something you stumble into, it's something you create, one mindful morning at a time. Every morning is an opportunity for you to refresh yourself, but it is also a time when it is easy to make small mistakes with serious consequences, especially for the elderly. 6 common mistakes, seemingly harmless, are silently affecting the health, spirit, and quality of life of many elderly people. They are not drinking water after waking up, taking medicine on an empty stomach, getting out of bed too quickly, eating a breakfast high in sugar and starch, skipping light exercise, and receiving negative information as soon as you open your eyes. These mistakes often do not come from subjectivity, but from long-term habits, things that no one has ever warned about. But age changes the body, the digestive system slows down, blood circulation is more difficult, and the ability to maintain balance or regulate emotions also decreases. A glass of water in the morning can improve circulation and alertness. A small piece of bread before taking medicine can avoid dizziness and the risk of falling. Just 30 seconds of sitting up slowly, or some simple stretching before getting out of bed, can keep you much safer. And if instead of watching negative news, you start your day with soothing music or a word of thanks, you will be more optimistic throughout the day. The important message is, health in old age does not come from medicine alone, but from small actions, repeated every day. Early morning is the foundation for the whole day. When you build your morning right, you are sending a message to your body. I want to live healthy, live clearly, and live with quality. Simple things like drinking water, breathing deeply, eating well, or taking time for peace don't cost anything, but they are worth their weight in gold. Start tomorrow. Choose one right thing to do first. Because living long is not just about adding years, but about adding more alertness, initiative, and peace every day, every morning. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.